Hi, I'm Randall Sanderson, inviting you to adventure into a new world, Kitchen World. With over 49 beautiful kitchens on display, a design team that averages 15 years experience, and the largest countertop selection area in Western New York, we can guarantee you a kitchen that's out of this world. That's right, our design team averages 15 years experience, and they're trained to design a kitchen to meet any budget. Most importantly, they really listen, while offering you suggestions to help make that dream kitchen a reality. Whatever your taste, English country, Asian contemporary, colonial, or traditional, Kitchen World can help bring the world home to you. Follow me, we'll show you how.
Kitchen World's the place for a kitchen that's out of this world.
As I mentioned earlier, Kitchen World features 49 beautiful, fully decorated displays. Now, what sets Kitchen World apart, something unique about Kitchen World, is the fact that all 49 of our displays are designed with a theme in mind. Let's take a look at this display. This particular display is a sophisticated country display. Notice that it features two types of upper molding, a crown molding here with a lower soffit effect, as well as this beautiful spindle rail molding. Now, by using two different types of molding in one display, it contributes to the casual and not so matchy-matchy feel of the kitchen. This is popular in the European countryside. You will notice that there are certain traditional architectural elements used, such as this beautiful rope onlay, something you would expect to see in an English manor home. Now, what contributes to the casual feel of the kitchen is the fact that two different colors of cabinets are used here. White, to give you more of a simplistic, airy feel to the space, and the brown cherry cabinets, introducing earth tones into the space, again contributed to the casual, relaxed feel of the kitchen. Now, there are other kinds of country kitchens on display at Kitchen World. For instance, right next door, we feature a rustic country kitchen. What sets this kitchen apart is the fact that it features hickory wood. Now, the hickory wood species is very rustic in the sense that there are a lot of mineral marks in the wood, and it has a wild grain pattern. It's accented by this very rustic tile. Notice the hand painting above the window. Again, this adds to the country charm of this kitchen. Now, I should mention that artisans are entering the kitchen and bath market more and more every day, and Kitchen World features many design applications and many pieces of their work on display. Right next door, we have a completely different theme. Now, this particular display is a contemporary display with a Zen Buddhist influence. The brown cabinetry represents the earth. The rain glass represents water. Notice that the walls are accented with two tones of tea leaf green. The countertop has a concrete look to it, but it's actually a more practical, more easy to maintain material than concrete. This display is, again, very Asian, very contemporary. Now, in the showroom right next door, that particular contemporary display is contrasted by a different sort of contemporary display. It has become common for new homes to feature kitchen designs that have 18 square foot of counter space on the island. Now, this particular island features two levels. Now, this is very practical. It adds design style, but again, it's very practical because if there's a mess at the sink area and you're entertaining on the holidays, your guests can't see it. Whether you're an empty nester who wants to entertain friends, or whether you're a young couple with small children and you just like to make cookies together with the kids on a Sunday afternoon, islands have turned kitchen spaces into social gathering rooms. Let's take a look at some more islands in Kitchen World's showroom. Look at these uniquely beautiful islands. Influenced by more than a decade of home and garden TV shows, customers are coming into Kitchen World demanding more elaborate and detailed design applications. Let's take a closer look at this island. Beautiful hand-carved corbels are accented by a rope onlay detail in the panel. These corbels support a curved granite snack bar that features a very traditional Old World OG edge. Now this island ties in very much with the personality of this display. The theme of this particular display is indeed Old World. Notice how these beautiful hand-carved corbels accent this Old World style cooking grotto. Those corbels tie in very well with the corbels featured on the island that support the snack bar. Also notice these hand-carved handles. They allow us access to these spice pullouts. This is a very practical use of the space and the structure of the cooking grotto. Now all these architectural accoutrements are tied together by this very elaborate hand-carved soffit molding that accents the crown molding, as well as these hand-carved onlays featured at the arch at the window. Now at Kitchen World, we've developed a selection center so that you can personalize your space and help make this selection process easy. Let's go take a look at that selection center. At Kitchen World, we designed Western New York's leading and largest selection center with one goal in mind: to offer you the ability to buy something you've seen while at the same time not limiting your flexibility. We also achieve this goal of offering you choice and staying within budget by offering products from a broad array of manufacturers. We offer granite countertops, Corian, laminate, as well as quartz. We even feature appliances by Whirlpool and KitchenAid, as well as pro-style appliances by the industry's leading pro-style appliance manufacturer, DCS. And when it comes to cabinetry, that's Kitchen World's specialty. We feature Candlelight cabinets, manufactured at our sister company in Lockport, New York. Let's go down and visit the Candlelight factory, and you can see with your own eyes what makes Candlelight cabinetry such an outstanding value. We're here at Candlelight Cabinetry across town from Kitchen World in Lockport, New York. We're going to go inside and talk to John Yakich, the president of Candlelight Cabinetry, about how he's been able to grow Candlelight Cabinetry over the last 15 years and offer industry-leading quality and value. Come on inside. Hi John, how are you today?
Hi Randall, good. How are you doing?
Good. John, one of the obvious reasons that Candlelight Cabinetry is such an outstanding value is the fact that it's manufactured right here in Western New York, right in our own backyard. Talk to me a little bit about the management principles that you've applied and some of the technology that you've utilized to help make Candlelight Cabinetry an exceptional value.
Well, I think one of the big things is our employees. Again,
Sure.
It takes a lot of work to build a cabinet, especially the variety of cabinets we do.
Sure.
And this is a nice area too, because I think the workforce is a little more industrial. They're factory oriented compared to a lot of companies I've been to in the South.
Oh, fantastic.
You know,
So
another
you're
thing-
a more productive workforce here.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's fantastic.
Another thing I think that really helps us is we take advantage of some of the technology that's out there with the computer system. One of the things we do is batch parts of cabinets, like this cabinet, for example, has an end panel or bottom panels. They're all the same. So what we do is batch them, cut them in big groups, and that gives us more economy
Oh, that's
for
very
the standard
smart,
parts.
John. So the standard parts, like the side, back, and bottom of the cabinet, you're batching that together on a weekly basis, is it? Or,
Yes,
okay.
every week we take orders and batch them.
And then the more unique parts of the cabinet, like the door style and the finish and everything, that's more custom order on a per order basis. That's very smart. So you have where you're doing some custom things and some standard things to keep the price down.
Yes.
Now, John, With so much choice available from Candlelight Cabinetry, all the different door styles, over 100 door styles, different finishes, different wood species, how has Candlelight Cabinetry been able to maintain such an outstanding track record of quality control?
Well, Randy, we do make a variety of cabinets. I mean, there's probably 100 different door styles and dozens of finishes.
Sure.
And that does make it difficult. But even though we use some of the latest technology and machinery, we still have a lot of hands-on work. In fact, probably 60% of our labor is involved in the finish and the finishing of a cabinet.
60%. Now, is that above average? That sounds like a lot.
I would say so.
Yeah.
And again, you can see a lot of doors have a lot of detail here, and no matter how good a machine has, they can't get in and finish some of the detail there. So you'll see a lot of extensive handwork.
Hands-on is still a big part of things here at Candlelight Cabinetry, and that's where you were saying the workforce, the quality of the workforce comes into play. Now, inspection must also be a big part of this quality control process, is it not?
Yeah, since there's so many variety of things, again, you have to have a good idea of what looks good. And we do have inspection areas where we actually take a kitchen once it comes out of the paint room, we'll set it up on an easel, make sure everything is uniform and looks good together.
Now, John, you touched on finish and the fact that 60% of the labor force is devoted to the finish of the product. And I know with our customers at Kitchen World, finish is so important in terms of initial quality, but also the long-term quality or long-term durability of the product. Talk to me a little bit about some of the unique things that you do here at Candlelight Cabinetry, like top coating your glaze finishes and some of the other unique things you do here to ensure a high quality finish.
Well, one of the things is a lot of our doors and panels are all finished on a computerized finish system. And that gives an exact amount of finish and uniformity in the finish.
Would you say that we're getting a thicker build of finish on our cabinets than, say, a stock or a ready-made cabinet company is?
Oh, I would say for sure, and it's definitely a consistent finish.
And that's important because that affects the long-term durability of the product. Talk to me a little bit about the hand glaze finishes. They've really increased in popularity.
Yeah. I have an example here of the hand glaze.
That's
and again,
beautiful.
We paint the whole cabinet and then we go ahead and put the accents on. And again, that's all done by hand. And then after we glaze it, we put a top coat on to keep that glaze in there and add durability to the cabinet.
Yeah, that sets Candlelight Cabinetry apart in terms of their antiqued or glazed finishes, because that top coat is very important to our customers because people want that glazed finish to stay on there through years of cooking and cleaning. John, Kitchen World is proud to have been a part of Candlelight Cabinetry's success over the last 15 years. Thanks for having me out today.
Thanks, Randall. Come anytime.
Thank you. Folks, now we're going to take a trip out to the home show where we're going to see a variety of stellar designs that the Kitchen World design team worked on in the home show this year, partnering with area contractors. Let's take a trip out. We're here at the home show to take a look at what the professionals chose at Kitchen World in the way of cabinetry, design, and style. This particular kitchen is a Tuscan design themed kitchen. Tuscan is also referred to as Italian country. Indicative of this particular design style are very classic Greek and Roman architectural elements and details. For instance, on either side of the cooktop, notice the split legs. Very classic, very beautiful. Also, appreciate the beauty of the molding on top of the cabinetry. It's a wood soffit accented with a library molding at the bottom, crown molding at the top, and an egg and dart onlay, also very indicative of the Renaissance era in Italy. You'll notice the door style has an arch in it. Again, this is indicative of classic Greek and Roman architecture. Now, what makes this kitchen not a typical classic kitchen, a Tuscan kitchen, is the fact that very warm earth tones are used. Tuscan kitchens commonly have terracotta, olive green, ochre, ruby red, and other warm earth tones to create a very inviting space that you can enjoy with family and friends. Let's take a look at a couple other kitchens. This kitchen space really has a different feel to it than the last kitchen that we were in. What we've seen in the last 2 or 3 years is an increase in artisans entering the kitchen and bath market. Their artistic accents are being featured in leading showrooms across America. Notice this backsplash behind the cooktop. This rustic tile is richly contrasted by metallic finished diamond inlaid tile. Very artistic, very unique. Notice these door pulls. Also very artistic, very contemporary. What pulls this whole kitchen together are the stainless steel appliances. Notice this quartz countertop. Black and steel gray flecks are accented by other colors that pick up on the artistic accents in the space. This is a completely different way of looking at kitchen design. Simple, clean line cabinetry is accented by artistic accents that pop right off the cabinetry. The focus isn't so much on the cabinetry and the trim as it is the unique, artistic, contemporary accents. Let's take a look at another one. Now this kitchen has a similar contemporary feel to it as the last kitchen space we were in. However, it's also more urban, sleek, and has a more bold color scheme. It's reminiscent of the kinds of kitchens you would see in a Manhattan penthouse. It also features some progressive thinking in kitchen design. For instance, notice these wall cabinets. They're 24 inches high. Now the thinking here is, even though the walls go up much higher than that, the kitchen should be designed around the people that use the space. The average person can't reach any higher than 24 inches. And the doors lift upward so that the entire space can be accessed with a simple movement. The doors are very sleek and smooth and feature bird's eye maple to add artistic visual appeal to the kitchen. The bird's eye maple is contrasted richly with the stainless steel hardware. That in turn contrasts richly with black granite countertops. Overall, giving you a very sophisticated urban feel to the space. You'll also notice how large the island is here. Again, in contemporary design, the space is designed around the people, with more emphasis put on not just filling the room with cabinets or lines in detail, but how those people are actually going to use the space. Large islands make a lot of sense for people in contemporary life. Anything from making cookies with the grandkids or socializing with friends is easier and more fun around a large island.
I think customer service is extremely important. We're looking for somebody that can work with us, and because we had such a unique build to begin with, we weren't sure what we even really needed to do. So we were recommended to run the Kitchen World, and we're very glad that we did.
He looked at the plans and with question and answers decided that found out what we wanted. And from there he came up with 2 or 3 different designs. We looked at the designs and said, this is us. And once we decided on the design, we then went to Kitchen World, and they seemed to have just about everything we wanted. From the cabinets to the refrigerators to the utilities, the faucets, whatever we needed, they had.
Well, when it came time to make decisions, that was very difficult because there were so many variables there. What do you really want? The team was there to kind of help us. Their input, their suggestions, and putting all that together kind of helped finalize everything for us. It's a very quality product.
The mechanics are wonderful. The slides, the drawers that automatically close are just above most of the stuff you get from the big box companies. Very durable finish, very soft and satiny. The wood we selected through Kitchen World is very nice, beautiful wood. So everything in the manufacture of the unit is wonderful.
First of all, we walked into Kitchen World. We didn't have any concrete ideas of actually redoing our kitchen. We just wanted to maybe get something on paper as far as the design process was concerned.
What was possible, yeah.
What was possible. But what happened was a receptionist greeted us immediately and linked us up with one of the salespeople. His name was Steve. So he talked to us about what we were looking at, the dimensions of our kitchen, what we were interested in as far as materials. And then it just kind of evolved from there, didn't it? We didn't have a set plan, but...
You had some ideas of things that you definitely wanted,
right.
like the island. You definitely wanted an island. We had a peninsula, normal peninsula kitchen. This is not a large room, so we were concerned as to what we could fit into the kitchen. In other words, could we get what we wanted? So we went to Kitchen World, and Steve told us that he sat down with the paper and the measurements that we had taken. He said, yeah, this will work, and here's how you do it. It was his idea to move some of the appliances around from what we had before so that the kitchen flow would be good and that we could get the island that we wanted and the other features that we wanted. And then he sat down at his computer and he gave us renderings of exactly what the kitchen was going to look like. And we could look at it from up above, we could look at it from any of the doorways, and in 3 dimensions you could actually see your kitchen. And this was all before we picked anything out.
Right. We were just getting ideas at that point, and to see whether or not some of my wish list items were going to be able to be incorporated into the design. And I don't know how he did it, but he did it. And I think that, once we saw everything on paper, we knew we didn't need to go any further than Kitchen World, because we had been to some of the big box stores, Home Depot in particular, and what we saw there couldn't compare to the quality, seriously, of what we saw at Kitchen World. And I like to think that I have a fine eye for choosing quality, and I knew it when I saw it. And once I saw it, I couldn't settle for anything else. That was kind of how it went.
Yeah. So, then the bonus was at Kitchen World with the candlelight cabinetry. It's made right here in Western New York, and frankly, that appealed to me.
But what I loved is that they had the granite, they had the Corian countertops. They had every possible countertop you can imagine, so that you actually got an idea of what these materials look like, other than just having maybe a little slab in front of you, because that would be very difficult to choose
Because your showroom at Kitchen World, they have a huge showroom, and they have almost every style of cabinet and every manufacturer in a real kitchen setting, with different countertops, with different accents, and you can really see what the kitchen is going to look like. I'd have to say it met my expectations, because when we were talking with Kitchen World sales guy, Steve, he gave us such high expectations of what he could deliver. I thought, wow, good luck with that. But no, it did meet everything that was promised.
He was right.
And it's phenomenal. The quality of the cabinetry is great. The granite countertops were also fabricated in Lockport, incidentally, Western New York company. Those guys are just incredible. The whole thing was a positive experience, and I wasn't expecting it to be.
Well, as far as the buying experience, for me it was a lot easier because I really don't like to shop. So actually when we walked in the Kitchen World, everything was right there. We didn't have to go to 20 different stores. We had 49 fully equipped kitchens. And you can actually just not see little pieces of wood, you can actually see the whole kitchen rather than doors and whatnot. And so it made it very easy for us to pick, because in the beginning we weren't sure what we wanted. We wanted cherry or hickory, and we were able to walk around and say, we like this, we like this.
And for the average person, this is probably the best place to go, Kitchen World, because it's just reasonable cost and you can afford your kitchen, because I didn't think I'd ever have a dream kitchen, but this is our dream kitchen.
The pricing was, Kitchen World was well under the big box stores. And as far as comparable to the Buying Direct Club,
For what we wanted, it was a good price.
It was a very good
Much
price. We can't complain about the price, and more importantly than the price is what you get for the price. The quality of the wood that we received. Hickory is the strongest wood there is. There's nothing cheap about this wood at all. It's well crafted. And it's locally made. So if you need an extra part, an extra piece, it's there within days. Sometimes maybe 2 weeks tops, as opposed to 12 weeks.
And the little stuff was all included, like the handles were included, which was nice. A lot of places you have to pay extra for all that little stuff, and that was great.
I was really shocked because we went to big box stores and we got some quotes, and then they said, well, let's talk about the hardware. I thought that came included, and the hardware would have been probably about $600 or $700, and we had the choice of, I think it was 10 different handles
that are
included in the price. So that was another real big selling point. And delivery was free. Not just the initial delivery, any other pieces of wood or cabinetry we needed or whatnot. Kitchen World was probably here, their delivery truck 6-7 times throughout the project. The finished product is far beyond my expectations, and we've talked about it, pretty much on a nightly basis when things start to really come together. And I definitely will and already have recommended Kitchen World to a number of friends.
You've seen with your own eyes why Kitchen World is indeed the place for a kitchen that's out of this world. At Kitchen World, you can purchase high-quality kitchen cabinetry from the area's most experienced design staff at far less than you would expect to pay. In fact, people are amazed at how competitively priced we are while offering industry-leading design and quality. If you're in the market for a new kitchen, you owe it to yourself to visit Kitchen World's 12,000 square foot, state-of-the-art, fully decorated showroom. Thank you for joining me, and I hope to see you soon. At Kitchen World, you can purchase high-quality kitchen cabinetry from the area's most experienced design staff at far less than you would expect to pay. In fact, people are amazed at how competitively priced we are while offering industry-leading design and quality. If you're in the market for a new kitchen, you owe it to yourself to visit Kitchen World's 12,000 square foot, state-of-the-art, fully decorated showroom.
Kitchen World's the place for a kitchen that's out of this world.